Thrilled to be joined by Mike Johnson and Bruce Boudreau. So, the Jets have lost 3 straight to the lowly Devils, Islanders, and Capitals, getting outscored 13-4 over that stretch. They've now slipped to 3rd in the Central. The Oilers have lost 2 in a row, effectively killing any chance they had of catching the Canucks in the Pacific. MJ, which fan base, the Oilers or Jets fan base, should be more worried about their team's current slide?
Never a great time to hit a rut right before the playoffs. But if you're the Edmonton Oilers, you know you've got the best record in the league since Knobloch's taken over. You know, at some point, they're going to have a little bit of a blip. They're still locked into second place, very likely with home ice in the first round. And they know that they can beat the teams they're about to play. It's the Winnipeg Jets fans who should be a little bit concerned with this little slide of 3 games, because it's going to probably take first place in the division out of the picture. That's a really tough matchup now in the first round. And also, if you look at the way Winnipeg plays, their success is largely predicated on good defense and great goaltending. And they don't have quite the margins to win different ways. It's got to be with that structure and with that goaltending. If the structure slips, if the goaltending takes a bit of a dip, they just don't have the same number of ways to win games, because the offense is not quite as great as the Edmonton Oilers. So right now, Bruce, if I'm a fan base of the Jets, I'm a little bit worried.
Mike, I have to agree with you. If I was the Jets fan base, I would be a little bit worried too. Now, granted, they lost 3 games on the road to teams that they're above in the standings. But at the same time, if I'm looking and I'm the road team and I've got to play against Dallas or Colorado, those 2 teams scare the heck out of me. I mean, Colorado with their great offense, and Dallas with their diversity. They can throw 4 lines at you, and they've got 6 defensemen that can all play. So, I mean, I'd be more worried if I was the fan base of Winnipeg's right now, because the Oilers, quite frankly, like you said, they've been the best team in the league since the 15th game of the season, and I don't think they're afraid of anybody, and they've got home ice advantage in the first round, which I think is an advantage for them.
Bruce, when you look at the teams that the Jets could potentially face in the opening round of the playoffs, and I know as a coach you would never say this. You would never say this is the team we want to face. Who's the team they match up the best against to give them a best chance to make it out of the opening round?
Wow. I mean, I don't know who they match up against, but I mean, just for firepower alone, I mean, Winnipeg, like Mike said, is predicated on great defense. So, I mean, who's got the best offense there would be Colorado. So I would say I would rather face Dallas, because, I mean, Dallas's defense and their goaltending hasn't been as good as they think they'd like it. And B, I don't think they have, you know, the same firepower as what Colorado has. So if I'm Winnipeg, I would probably prefer to play Dallas in the first round.
MJ, of the 4 teams that are standing by trying to find out whether they're going to face the Oilers or the Jets in the opening round of the playoffs, which team do you think could be most dangerous come postseason time?
Most dangerous, it's Colorado, because their ceiling is the highest. When they're at their very best, given what Nate McKinnon's done and the depth they've added, if Georgiev plays solid with their star power everywhere, you want to steer clear of Colorado, because their best is probably better than anyone else's. They would terrify me. The speed, the skill, and I think the motivation after having a disappointing season last year, after having great success winning the Cup, I think Colorado would be a nightmare matchup for anybody, especially in the first round.
They are fired up. Specifically, Nate McKinnon is. According to MoneyPuck.com, by the way, both the Jets and the Oilers' chances of finishing first in their divisions are almost completely gone now. Winnipeg, an 8% chance of winning the Central. Edmonton has just a 4% chance of winning the Pacific.